Hey guys, Lon'qudor here, and as of September 15th, 2023, the summer TF2 update has ended. This was a fantastic couple of months for TF2. We got, obviously, loads of new weapon skins and hats, and then we got seals, and then we got the highest of all time player base in eons, and the game is as alive as it ever could possibly be currently. But this brings me to my current video. What's next for TF2? So, Halloween is usually very big for TF2. We get so many new limited time maps, spells obviously people like, free hat contracts that gets a lot of people playing again, and of course new skins and new hats and all the regular sort we're very used to. So Halloween is generally quite good for TF2. It can start on a varying few days, usually starts October 1st. What Valve have been doing this time around, funny enough, we can confirm there are at least people working on TF2. The map Steel, for example, has been updated countless times over this summer update to fix various bugs that have been in the game ever since launch, to make hallways wider, to fix doors, all sorts of things like that. Little tiny fixes that they wouldn't pay any attention to unless they had someone dedicatedly importantly working on them. So, this really does leave me optimistic for the future of TF2. If they can afford to pay someone to work on these little fixes on this map that has been in the game for so long, imagine what they could do for either the other maps or new maps in general. But that won't be coming anytime soon, I'm sure. So let's focus on our timeline. Christmas would be next, Smithmas of course. Smithmas is never usually as big as Halloween. We get a few nice new snowy maps, community made ones, and then the hats are often really cheap because they're all themed. But Smithmas is always great, we get the free stocking every year, and everyone loves that. But yeah, so our current timeline of events, expect Halloween to be big, expect there to be more small map changes in between and during Halloween, and then of course expect there to be a rather small Christmas update. Now, the future. Well, you see, because TF2 has had the highest player base, I think of all time this summer update, I'm not entirely sure. This game is alive. And Valve knows it. They are currently updating the old maps and all the sorts of things like that. I'm sure they're working on a new bug fix for all the current bots. There seems to be a second wave of bots, or I don't know what number of wave it is anymore, but there's a new wave of bots, this time with chat binds saying things like, oh, I'm not a bot, and F2, that kind of stuff. I've seen a lot of them. If you want to avoid them, avoid playing on Thunder Mountain or Moss Rock, because they're always on there, and I don't know why. But yeah, so there'll be a new patch wave to fix the bots, I'm sure of that, and then there will also be new updates to all the old maps and things like that. Remember how, like with Mercenary Park, a very long time ago, they added more flank routes and things like that? Expect those kind of changes to come to TF2's bad maps. Now, in terms of big content updates, I know we say this every year, but I am optimistic for next year, 2024. Just because of the signs, TF2 being at its most popular, Valve having active employees working on old maps to fix things that have been in the game for years, I really do think we could expect something good, if not many small good things next year. I'm hesitant to throw out the word heavy update because everybody loves to do that. I don't think the next big TF2 content patch will be the heavy update. I don't think there'll be new weapons. I think, we could get new reskins, for example. But there'll be loads of bug fixes, more maps, more, hats and all that kind of stuff. Say like a while ago with the Blue Moon update, I can expect that we get sort of that level of update. We get new balances, maybe some reskins as well, and then war paints and then hats and all the sort. Now, in terms of next big core update, so I'm pretty sure we can guarantee that next year we will get basically a Blue Moon 2 update. And more weapons will be reworked, things like the Classic, or maybe the Bizarre Bargain will be nerfed. And yeah, I'm really excited for that. I really do think that will happen. In terms of core major updates, like the heavy updates say, I'm not sure. Because every other year you've asked me, I'd say no. But these few months specifically, since July, TF2 has had just the most fantastic resurgence. And people have always called the game dead. It has never been. But now they definitively can't. TF2 is alive and kicking, and that's why I'm optimistic. I think genuinely it's a good 50-50 chance that we get some sort of big update next year. And by a big update, of course, I mean weapons and things like that. The Big Joey video on the Perfect Heavy update, I highly recommend watching that. He goes on about how the Perfect Heavy update would essentially be the Heavy Metal update, where MVM gets reworked, more Australians, Heavy gets some buffs, some new weapons, that kind of stuff. But don't get your hopes up, but at least be open-minded, because you can go back and read all the patch notes they've been doing, and the significance of that really means that Valve said, okay, this game is having a huge resurgence again, let's get people on it, let's get people working on it, and letting people getting working on it breeds updates. So let's review our finalised timeline. Expect Halloween to be quite big, and some awesome new maps. I know UEK Crash has been promoting Slime, a Brian event, and I really want that one to be added. That's a really good one. So anywhere from October 1st to 15th, expect Halloween to drop. Expect it to be quite big in terms of maps, war paints, the whole lot. And then Smithmas is usually quite small, but we get some pretty good taunts at Smithmas. So expect there to be some nice taunts. And then down the future road, I'd honestly keep your fingers crossed. I'm not too sure how many fingers crossed is the right amount, but keep your fingers crossed for like a Blue Moon 2 update with more balances and all that kind of stuff. I really do think it could happen, as this game is not only alive, but there are people working on it. But in terms of general major update, I wouldn't hold your breath. So, small updates that accumulate to a lot of content, but no real heavy update. Okay, well that's going to do it for this video. Recently I lost a monitor, so I'm down to one, so editing is not only much harder for me, but video upload is going to be slow. I've been uploading daily videos for the past 2 weeks. I can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. What videos are coming next? I've got one on the airstrike, I've got one on the thermal thruster, one on control points, and eventually improving the medic will come out. Apart from that, I will be moving to university in 5 days' time, I reckon, Saturday, or 6 days. So, expect content to drop around then, but, you know, stay tuned. The last thing I want to mention is that we are now a monetized channel, and I am so very grateful for this. I don't know how it works. So far I've made like, I think £11. I get like 0.0001p for every 1,000 views on the TF2 money video that I made a while ago. So yeah, I have no clue how it works. If someone could explain it to me, I'd be very, very grateful. And then there's also something called mid-rolls, which I think you can put ads in the video for more money. I don't know how to do that. I heard someone say you put them all at the beginning, but that sounds like an incredibly scummy thing to do, so I don't think I will. Okay, well, so that's basically channel updates. Content's going to slow, it won't be daily uploads, it'll maybe be every other day or something. Editing, I take a lot of pride in my editing, it should be fine. And yeah, I will let you know how every step of the way goes. The final thank you I want to give is to Turkey Sandwich once again for giving me free stuff. What a guy! Thank you. You can find him on Steam. Go give his profile picture, or go give his profile some nice comments, because you know that's a good guy. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later down the sunny road.